Tony Blinken of the United States announced that they will be sending $50 billion of Russia's money to Ukraine before Biden gets out of office. This announcement comes right after Speaker Mike Johnson says that the texture of the war is likely to change after Donald Trump comes into office, and therefore the House and the Senate plan on sending no more money to Ukraine and let Trump decide how that situation moves forward. Which, whether you agree or disagree with Trump, I mean, that just makes the most sense. He's about to be president and deal with all the responsibility and backlash from whatever happens next between Russia and Ukraine. So it seems to me that because Blinken heard that Congress is not going to be giving any more money to Ukraine while Joe Biden is in office, he decided that he's going to use the central banks of both the United States and Europe to send the money that was previously frozen from Russia to Ukraine. It's already bad enough you're sending $50 billion to neo-Nazis. It's already bad enough that you're trying to bypass Congress in order to do so. It's already bad enough that you're trying to undermine any potential international diplomatic solution that Trump might have in the works before he takes office. But to add insult to all of that injury, you're not only giving Ukraine money, but you're giving Ukraine stolen money. Money stolen by NATO powers from Russia because of Russia's response to NATO aggression. Of course, Zelensky doesn't want to just stop at the $50 billion that he's about to receive in stolen Russian assets. He wants all of the money the United States and Europe have stolen from Russia. He said, and I quote, "Everyone says, what will we do if Trump does not support you financially? Where will you get the weapons? Let me answer you. Can we take the $300 billion that rightfully belongs to us?" First of all, where did you get the idea that the money that was stolen from Russia is Ukraine's to claim? I need you to understand, Ukraine's GDP in 2023 was only $178 billion. The highest they've ever gotten was $200 billion, which means they've never even sniffed $300 billion as a country. And he's trying to claim that Russia's assets are somehow rightfully Ukraine's? But you don't even know what $300 billion look like. And for the United States and Europe to have the audacity to freeze Russia's assets after responding to aggression from NATO that they promised they would not engage in, after responding to aggression from the Ukrainian government and literal neo-Nazis that they formally agreed not to engage in. For them to think it's justified to freeze Russia's assets for this war, but not freeze Israel's, for example, while they're in the middle of a literal genocide, is insane. I mean, in the middle of a genocide, after the United States told Israel to back off and don't respond to Iran, and Israel did it anyway, they still chose not only not to freeze their assets, but they have given more than $300 billion in aid to Israel, which is more than the totality of the assets of Russia that both the United States and Europe are holding. In other words, it wasn't about peace. This isn't about violation of international law. The United States and Europe stole Russia's money because they don't like Russia, and they had already been looking for an excuse to steal Russia's money. And they couldn't care less how blatant the hypocrisy is to the rest of the world, because it is obvious. My question to Trump and friends are, what are y'all going to do about it? Are y'all going to reopen the back channels with Russia that Blinken has already closed over the last several years so that you can possibly negotiate our way out of this provocation of what looks like will be a nuclear war if the U.S. doesn't step off? Or are you going to continue to allow the United States and the Joe Biden administration screw you over, screw the American people over, screw Ukraine over, and screw over Russia at the cost of a potential senseless and needless war?